when posting instructions. Number two, number three, with the washing and the restaurant business. How I beg that if we are to stay, we get another inlet to the school directly, so that we are to stand as. It's very difficult to organize children. You see, we are not fully fenced. During lunch, children could move up to main market, the other side of the mosque. It's very difficult to control them. Number three is another challenge is the low morale of the founding body. I need support from them. Like I said, I've never had any school management meeting, yet it's mandatory.
And other officials in different offices for turning up for this meeting. And as the head teacher said, we had the name, she's not a Muslim. And by policy, that's why I think she was not having those meetings with the foundation bodies. Because by policy, any religion which is attached to any religious affiliation, and in the school, any school which is attached to any religious affiliation should be or must be led by a person of that very faith. So the foundation body being of keeping a distance from the head teacher, I think that's one of the reasons, and that's why up to now they have not officially received her as the foundation, because according to them it is against the policy, and that's why I think we don't have those regular meetings with the foundation body. And that's one of the prize of, because that's not the first time according to the foundation body, because I'm representing it, and that's what exactly was transpiring in those sorts of small meetings that have been held by the foundation body. Because this is not the first time, for like 3 or 4 times they send here teachers of different faith. And as the foundation body, when they come up and try to defend their rights, sometimes the education office may be interpreted negatively. And at the end of the day, the blames always go back to the foundation body. But that is how things have been moving. All in all, I think the report she gave is very, very correct.
Since you have said you represent the foundation body, I want you to take much time. So I want you to come back again, tell us how government came here. And also, any teacher, do you have a registration certificate for the school? Your Ministry of Education, it must be there. Because we want to know whether it was registered as a theology school or a secular school. So you tell us, how did it?
Maybe briefly, how the government by second term will bring the Shaman Foundation the body in this place, but according to the records that I found in the office, here after the establishment of the school, it was purely teaching the Arabic at first. And they said that in order to match the standard of the world or the standard of the day, they said we must also bring in the secular education. When it came to sexual education, we had at first one person sponsoring or paying those Arabic teachers. And at this he was doing his work.
I want to get it clear.
Yes, that's why I'm quite
before you go to payment of teachers. I wanted to know, when did the government come here and who requested the government to come here?
When I think we shall come back to this, because the document is there, but I was trying to give at least some light.
Can I have that document?
This is the registration.
For registration.
It's coming. A moment. I want this one represents foundation body. I want to please be patient. You shall get at your time, not now.
So I was basing on what I found, documents that I found in the file. Because I said, when The old man who was sponsoring or just paying those teachers, so that sexual education has come in and the number of teachers increased. He was not in position to pay both the Arabic teachers and the
Was
sexual
that
teachers.
old man?
It was
Who was
Mzee
that?
Ali
Omar.
Who?
Mzee Omar Ali
Delete.
Bajon Delete.
Registration certificate was issued in 1987 with the proprietors of Yumbe Memorial Primary School as a private school. At this time, was it aided by government?
No. That's where I was coming.
Yes, I want to know.
Taught.
Yes.
Then also know whether the teachers are there.
About meetings, who called the meetings?
I myself call meetings. But
The
really,
head teacher said ever since she came here, you have not told him in a single meeting, and the government is sending here money, which means we don't have an approach to budget.
I met with the head teacher, with the staff. But as I said, I tried to invite the foundation body, but the foundation body did not turn up because according to them, the coming of the head teacher, who is not a Muslim, in the Muslim founded school, according to them, they said by policy.
A moment, I'm not getting you, but you said you represent the foundation. So you did not welcome her.
I as the overseer of the place, I'm Muslim, because the learners were there, and I could not give these people to go without being taught, and they could not be taught well when the teachers don't have the leader. So I said I have to come.
Before you sit, it's only one. You are the actually for us we don't know that there is another person called the foundation board at the moment. We know you because you are even the chairman, and so on the basis of being a member of foundation board that you are appointed a chairman, isn't it?
Yes.
So you want to tell me that you need to welcome the head teacher?
I welcome.
Okay.
One question.
Yes.
Yes, we are not at question time, but I would like to get it clear. You are giving us the history of this school. Now, I would like to know, because you said you are chairperson twice. I don't know which year to which year. Now, I would like to know whether you are a chairperson when the school was still the other side, or when that school was under renovation. And is it also still the foundation body that took decision to renovate the school and push the school on this side, the children on this side? I want to get the difference between that school and this one.
And people are alleging many things as the school was sold, as the teachers have been set to school, as the people are about to kill one another here. So on May 28th, I visited the school and I went in classes. But one amusing thing I saw here was P3 class and P4 were in one class. Two classes mixed in one class. And by that time I got a deputy headmaster. Has gone for burial somewhere. And I called for a meeting, staff meeting. I wanted to know what is going on here. And issues came up that the founding body doesn't want them here. And they also say they make announcements in the mosque.
This kind of people to bring children.
And the mosque is where the parents are. But when I also called the board members, I met the mom, I met my brother Pepe. They gave views to me, which I got stuck. For them, they said this is our land, and we are free to do what we want on our land. Our agreement as a founding body was, we want Arabic here. Your teachers are not doing Arabic. And now, for us, we want to find our way to do our own thing. To have a school and have teachers who are teaching us. But then I asked, we have our properties here as government. How do we move on? I was told the issue is in the mother council. And therefore, the school should be shifted, if not to be compensated, around 1.5 billion. Now, as a councillor representing the same place at the same time as a Muslim, I told them no. For the years we have known this place as a Muslim only place. And secondly, I know the school, it is both government and private, because Umar and Yumbe, those were the founders. But the government has been putting in money. Before we discuss anything, we want to know the relationship. And basing on what I demanded from them by them, as the deputy mayor has told you, was one of the person who was very bitter. I said the government is planning favorable and tomorrow we shall say Muslims are not catered for. And yet we are the same people spoiling the little that we are given. So on that meeting, I gave them guidelines that one, we shall not discuss verbal. Because even in the letter, who was saying as the chairperson of the board of trustees was the councillor there. I said, you have interest. Therefore, you must move out, we discuss your letter. Secondly, the same letter, this was not backed by the other board of trustees. How do we tell you are the right person? Thirdly, you claim the land is for the family. Can you bring a backup document? Know that it is very true that this land is yours. Fourthly, I also told them, for now the school is now a community school. Although it is Muslim founded. We want to know the relationship as how the government entered there and which criteria we can use. Well, yes. I will come to that one. Then when I reached that level, that is where we had reached. I said yes. When we reach that level, come back and introduce yourself. And my name is Abdulaziz Sharaf. I had already introduced myself.
No, I'm saying the councillor who was brought.
The councillor who brought it was Ismail Mukankati.
Is it here?
Not here. But he's a board of trustees.
Why is he not here?
Possibly the nature of the invitation, because I have
Entered in a meeting where the chairperson called me, Umar and Yumbe and the council. I just heard from the former head teacher who went. He was telling me that, council, you know, I haven't had time to go to that school. When I go there, they chase me. They can even throw at me, they can throw stones to me. And they can, the board of trustees, they can stand on the gate and tell children that you go back, there's no school here, there's no places for you here. Go back. Now, as I heard from him, I said, what is this? How are you going to make this Umar and Yumbe? And you know, it's a school. This is performing, and it's a school for our children. Though it is under Muslim Foundation, it's true, it's under Muslim Foundation. Awarded by one of the owners of the land. But me, I thought that this school, I don't know if it handles only Muslim students. You have even Anglican children. Why are we not allowing the school to perform? Why are we allowing the school to move when you're having children who are performing?
Imam of this mosque. The question put forward was, who originated this place? The person who originated this place in the name of Sheikh Kale bin Sharif. Kale bin Sharif. Bin Sharif. He came from Mombasa, and when we trace the origin, he came from that is Kenya land, but from Yemen. That is where he came to Mombasa, then landed in Dubai. Then there was another question that RCC put forward. How about Abdallah Foundation? It was an Indian who came here to renovate the mosque in the name of his father, who was the donor to the mosque. Donated to construct the place, the mosque.
Is the one who is in India?
Yes. In London.
I mean in London.
Yes. But he died, his children at
He
once.
was born
Abdallah Muhammad Abdallah so. Then you asked how the mosque came here. Understand that one I've already also answered.
So we go ahead.
Yes.
This guy from Yemen, Ali.
Abdallah, that is Sheikh Khalid bin
Sheikh Khalid.
Khalid came here. Did Abdallah come here after Khalid left, or they all were?
Khalid was around.
They settled in the same place.
No, they never settled. This one came when the other one was constructing a mosque. Then he asked it for help
Yes.
to construct the mosque. Abdallah constructed the mosque.
How did he acquire land?
The land, when you look at the documents, Mzee acquired land even in Uganda when it had not got her independence.
That's not matter. I mean, how did he get?
That is not very clear. Did the Khalid get a title?
Yes.
Did Abdallah get a title? So the title Abdallah was using is that of Khalid.
Yes, the title.
Khalid donated the land to Abdallah.
No, never donated the land to Abdallah. I say Abdallah came as a donor of the mosque to construct a mosque.
Yes, only the mosque.
The
The land remained under Khalid.
And the title is there.
And the Khalid, when the Khalid was making a title, it was made in the names of Muslim Sunni wal Jamaat.
When was the first title?
That's how they got it.
The school come in. That was the question that I had. The school.
What I wanted to know, the mosque was now for Muslims. Because as you see here, it is saying the land is now titled in the name of Muslims under the trustees, is it? The trustees
It is the Sunni Muslim Jamaat.
Jamaat.
That is the sect, one sect of
Yes.
Muslims. Which plot number?
It is there.
Yeah. No.
The next question was how the school came into existence. The school came into existence as a result of the parents, not Sheikh Kari now. When the Sheikh Kari was there was a madrasa which was taking place in the mosque, teaching children in the mosque. Then Mzee Kari died, but during the time of his children, their brother, in the name of Ali Omar Bajun, is the one who requested his brothers that please let us come up with a school. Then the brothers accepted and said fine. The school was established. What I know, it started operating in 86. It started operating in 86. But the establishment might have started a bit behind. But 86, that is when it started operating late. It started operating as a madrasa, teaching only theology, no secular education. I happen to be one of the pioneers of that very school. We had the theology. It took some good years. From 86, 87, 88, 89. It was almost 90, 91. That is when Mzee Omar Bajun had died, then Mzee Imam Muhammad Suo, who was an imam, taking up the theology part, was the head. He realized he cannot manage to pay both, and he had introduced secular education to cater for the up-to-date improvements. So he had brought in that one, but he felt he cannot handle. That is when he moved perhaps to the government.
That is it.
Mzee Muhammad Sheikh Muhammad Suo, the then Imam.
There's also a brother to carry.
No, this is
Family member?
Family member.
Yeah.
That is 91. 91.
I'm not so sure the year, but I'm saying there. So, but now coming up with the government, that one I'm not so sure. I cannot tell you because I never took part in the discussion of how the government came in. But what I know, when I came here even one time, when the school was being taken, that very imam requested me that can you get for me a head teacher of Satura. The first head teacher that I proposed was Muhammad Mugoya. Even when he told me to go and get him, I got him from Tifurulilo. I told him, can you go to Sekakad? Imam wants you. Not the inspector, because he's also called Mugoya Muhammad. Not that one. But this one, the one I brought, is the head teacher today in Bufumbo Primary School. Is the one that I called and told him to come and speak to Imam. That was the first head teacher to handle secular education at Omar and Yumbe. So, but because I was also on my own issues at school, so I never followed so much. Not until I was called again to be the vice chairperson of school management committee.
Maybe before you go there.
Tony was the head teacher here. She brought in so many provisions. This school was a political field. Every time and then the police officers could enter this school and there is provision, reporting it to police. Some people want to fight here and there. Even I remember one day, the education officer called the meeting here, and the husband to Aisha Mutoni went to police and reported people are going to fight at Umar and Yumbe. Police came here, found the education officer heading the meeting, and chased them and said, please leave us in peace. Aisha Mutoni is the one who wrote a letter and chased away the imam who was heading the theology part. Aisha Mutoni. Right now, I don't know whether she's a teacher or I don't know. And she was doing all that with the chairperson PTA, the former Mzee Abu Wamboya. Abu Wamboya was the chairperson PTA here. They were together. So Aisha Mutoni continued. Sheikh left. I was made the vice chairperson school management committee. In our meetings, I told her, can you rewrite a letter to recall Imam to come back and head the theology part? She refused.
Moving. And I mean, which department is theology runs along secular with the theology going ahead in which manner? Is having secular studies. Even the head of the theology in his terms is who in the school. Normally what we do, school right now for the Muslim Foundation, to come and do that teaching, the theoretical part of it. But the curriculum, like you said, these days they don't allow it.
They don't have that department of theology.
You are in education.
Exactly.
That's why I want to consult you.
The school has one head teacher. And the school within the curriculum, you can agree on what to do. An activity that the ministry may not allow you to do, but you think the tradition, you feel you can do it, may not be examined. The one who heads becomes the head of the department of that area, but supervised by the head teacher and the director of studies outside study.
So that is
Head of,
if the one talking about.
yes, is now for that case.
But the children are not examined with that.
Yes. They are examined at the school level, but not national.
Okulaninga essomero lino okusinga ne gavumenti kubanga tujja kusomesa ebibiina myaka bibiri mu ssomo lyaffe tujja kusomesa secular ne theology tujja kukola ki naye kati for now abaana basoma kintu eki kimu tulaba nti nga abakuuma ekifo kino twatula tulaba nti tusobola okulaninga ebintu bino myaka bibiri. One, esente nga tulina UPE use. Tesente zisasulibwa omusomesa asomesa secular. Tebagenda kuziwa omusomesa asomesa Luwarabu. Tebajja zimu. Kubanga oli ali ku nteekateeka ya gavumenti. Katonda ali ku nteekateeka y'Abasiraamu abatuna abawaayo ki? Abawayisi. Tulaba nti kale tubanga tukoze ekintu kyaffe bennyini ekibanga amatwajja basasula fees ne basobola okubanga basobola okujja abasomesa bonna ne basasulwa bulungi. Essomero nga terina
nga baleeta n'ebigundi n'ebizimbe by'abasomesa wano, mwali badde mulina ennyumba z'abasomesa, mwali badde mulina hoolo ekola ki ekolerwamu ebibuuzo. Imaamu n'agamba nti twali tusobola kubakkiriza nga information tetutuseeko ku bulungi. Ebyo byonna bituwa direction etutuusizza wano. Owulidde? So nze nja kusaba okitegeere nti bwe kugamba nti ogobye gavumenti wano si kyekyo era oba ogigobye kati ate tuba kati omusomesa ajja kuba muleeta wano ate nja kuba simuleeta.